Has anyone joined yet?
Nope.
No, it's not worth talking until someone joins.
Yeah.
There I am.
I'll turn it like that so you can see.
Has anyone joined yet?
Nope.
No, it's not worth talking until someone joins.
Yeah. I think get on close to it.
There I am.
Turn it like that so you can see.
Hello! Who's with me tonight? Oh, you're getting pictures of my tummy. Don't worry.
Angie's joined.
Hello. Hello. Who's with me tonight? You're getting pictures of my tummy. Don't worry. Angie's joined again.
And blue.
Okay. Right, so I'm going to do some encapsulation tonight.
Hello.
So,
Who's with me tonight?
so I've got a delayed reaction. How can I turn that down?
On the side.
That's it, just turning down my tablet because I could hear it from both. Okay, so I'm doing encapsulation tonight and I'm going to do these ones. Okay, so there's dried flowers, there's shell, there's what's it called, gold leaf, silver leaf, glitter, foil. So we're doing a little mixture tonight. Okay, right, so the first one I'm doing tonight is the shell one. I have to say, my dog's had puppies today. She had 6 in total, but 1 died. So we're happy but sad at the same time. Okay, so I'm using Trilogy acrylic, and this one's called Bubble Bath. And I'm using their clear as well. Okay. Okay, so obviously when you're working on a natural nail, you would create a clear base first. So when you file down to the clear base rather than the nail itself. But obviously as I'm working on tips, I don't have to do that. Okay, so working with coloured acrylic, it's best to treat it like a paint, really. So you put it on quite thinly, and that keeps your whole nail extension quite thin. Obviously some coloured acrylics say that you don't need to cap, and that's your choice, but obviously you use more of your coloured acrylic, so I think it's better to, it's more cost effective to do thin layers and then cap. Most coloured acrylics are not structure based, they're design, so they don't have the strength in them.
Marie and Michelle, say hello.
Hello. Obviously guys, if there's anything you want me to do, just shout out, because I never know what to do from one week to the next. Okay, so as you see, I've put it on quite thinly. Okay, then I'm going to pick with my wet brush, I'm going to pick up some shell. I think I just might snap it a little bit, make it a little bit smaller. And while the acrylic's wet, just place it on. You can create patterns, you could do whatever you want. Okay. There's 2 bits there. And obviously when you're using shell or netting and stuff, it can be quite bulky. So, okay, so I think that's enough shell. Normally I'd go on to the next nail. Hi Daga, hi Tracy. Normally I'd go on to the next nail, let it set a bit, but obviously not doing that. I'm not doing a real set tonight. And then I just encapsulate. Dog's barking, sorry. We're all on high alert today because of the puppies. Okay, so I just walk the acrylic down. I should have started slightly lower, but never mind. Excuse my shakes tonight. Always shaking. And obviously remember, when you're working on a natural nail, on a set, you know, make sure it's thick enough but not too thick, because obviously you've got to buff it and file it. And you don't want to expose whatever it is you're encapsulating. Just a little bit there. Obviously normally you would have the nail more pointing towards you, facing you a bit more, which will help with walking your acrylic. Okay, I'm just not very happy with that bit there. What does that mean, Daga? Oh, I can see I need a bit over this side. Okay, and then I just brush it through, patting, making sure everything is flat and covered. Okay, I'd say that bit's not quite covered enough there. I'm just going to add a bit more.
Daga said, greeting, someone I know also watching you.
Ah, okay. Bit nerve-wracking when your tutor's watching. That's better. It just wasn't quite covered enough. Okay. So that's how I'd encapsulate shell. I am going to decorate it, but obviously I'm going to have to leave it to cure and harden. So while I'm waiting, I think I'll go on to the next one, which will be the flowers. Again, these are really simple nail designs. You know, the shell you couldn't do on gel polish, but the flowers that I'm just about to do you could. So, what colour flowers should we go for?
Blue. What colour, Rosie?
Blue. Okay. I think we're shoving an orange in amongst it. Me and my colours.
You love your bright colours.
Yeah, hang on, I can't get it out the doobry. There we go. So these flowers are really popular in the spring. Okay, and what else I'll use? So I'm just moving stuff around. I really need to tidy up at some point. Okay. Right, so I'm going to be using some green glitter, clear acrylic and some flowers. Okay, oh hang on, I forgot to miss this. I've got these little sequins that make pucker leaves.
Christina says hello.
Hi Christina. Okie doke. Right, so again, you would put a clear base down first. I don't have to, but I am in this case because I want my flowers to stick to the clear base. So I'm just putting down a nice thin layer. And this is just so I've got something for my flowers to stick to. Okay, and then same again, using my wet brush, I pick them up. So I'm doing this one as though it would be like a glass nail. Obviously, you can put coloured acrylic behind. That doesn't want to stick, that one. Let's stick a bit of glitter, acrylic. Could use your gel polish.
Oh, the puppies.
You always get one that don't want to stick, don't you? Okay, same principle, and then I'm going to create some little leaves. Actually, I think there's more than one there. Hang on. Yeah, there was. There was about 4. Okay. Obviously, if you haven't got these, you could draw leaves on afterwards. But I'm trying to do some, so we've got multiple different things in use.
Okay.
Just gonna wet that again. Would you say?
No.
Ah. Oh. I think they're quite cute.
They are.
Yeah, I think that's enough. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add bits of glitter. What one shall I go for? We'll go for this one. pale one. And again, obviously, you can use any colour that you've got.
Mum says very pretty.
You want the glitter sparingly, because obviously the flowers are the feature. Oh, I forgot to say. So I'm dipping my brush in the clear acrylic, and then I'm dipping it into the glitter of my choice. But I don't want to take away from the glass effect. Let's just close that for a minute. Okay, and again we just encapsulate in clear. It's all pretty much the same. I prefer to work in slightly smaller beads because I've noticed sometimes when you use a one bead method, encapsulating with the clear, you can drag your stuff down that you've put on if it's not set in place properly. So when I'm doing a longer nail, this is what I do. And see, that orange flower is just not going to play ball tonight.
There's always one.
Yeah. And obviously remembering when you're doing natural nails, a full set, remember your structure. I don't have to worry about structure so much on here because it's just a tip. But obviously a real set, you would have to consider your structure, and you would create that with your clear. Okay, just going to put a bit over that nuisance bit of orange. That'll teach me for trying to choose a different colour. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bleed out my acrylic to make it drier so it doesn't move, and place it in place. As again, excuse the shakes, so bad. It's amazing that I can work with shakes. Okay, and again, just make sure it's all nice and even. Patting away, like I've said before. It stops you getting those big chunky nails. Okay, again, can't top coat that yet because I've got to wait for it to dry. So we'll move on to the next one. Is everyone understanding everything I'm saying? Am I going too fast? Too slow? Okay, so next one is going to be ombre acrylic. Just so people, because I did encapsulating of acrylic last week, but I didn't do an ombre, so I thought, oh crap, I thought I'd ombre it this week. Okay, it's just knocking everything over. Okay, without sounding repetitive, clear base down first. Okay, and then again, just, you can do it two ways. You can, I'll do it to the two different ways so you can see. So pick up with your clear, choose whatever colour it is that you're going for, and then roll your brush onto your nail, and then just spread about. This is more like beads rather than glitter. I'm just going to dip my brush in and touch it up. Okay, the other way, so I want a bit more of this colour. Just pick up a bit of clear acrylic, place it straight onto the nail, and then your wet brush straight into your chosen glitter, and then just pat it on, whichever you find the easiest, really.
Dega says, oh, you have an amazing brush, just noticed.
Yes, I've got the same as you. It is a really good brush. I'm actually really loving it. My husband's taking the piss out of me in the background, telling me I'm going to marry the brush. Choice. Okay. So I've got enough of that one. Then the next one, I'll do it that other way again to show you. Straight on. And pull it down. With the wet brush, we'll go into the glitter. Right, so these are more shards rather than glitter. But it doesn't mean you can't mix them. See, so I'll take it up into my darker colour. Get a bit more. Which one did I use? This one. Bring it further down, a bit more.
What brush is it?
Alexa's. See, I'm patting it. You remember to keep patting like I explained last week. You see, so I've blended that lighter colour up into the dark, and what I'm going to do with just the minutest bit of clear acrylic with a tiny bit of the darker, and just mix it a bit further down the lighter colour, and you get a bit of a blend going on. See? You don't want any physical lines of the different colours. That's what you're trying to avoid. So, put that there. Is that the same colour?
Yeah, I think they're quite similar.
Okay. Okay, so I'm using some Mylar light green just for the tip. So I'm using different types of materials. You don't have to, it doesn't all have to be all glitter or all Mylar, or, you know, you can mix it up, make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, and again, I'm taking some of that Mylar up into the light, and then I'll do exactly the same with that slightly lighter green, bringing it down into the Mylar a little bit.
Dega went, it is indeed, Lee. Go on then. It is also silent and you can put it away. Look after our Melanie and don't be silly.
You've just been told off by Dega.
I'll keep quiet now.
Okay, so there's one ombre. Green now. Can you see?
That's sparkle.
And again, without being repetitive, cap it in clear. I'm going to put some foil on the top of this just to give it an added dimension when I'm finished. Just to show that all because you've used glitter, you can't, you know, use something else. Mix it up a bit. Normally I would leave this to set a bit longer to work on a different nail.
Dega went, I can carry on. What did you say, Lee?
He raised his eyebrows.
Susan says hello.
Who?
Susan.
Hi, Susan. I'm going to kick him upstairs in a minute.
Be banned.
The cat's meowing as well now. Honestly, I have such a madhouse here.
Amanda says hello.
Hi Amanda. Thanks for joining us. Always remembering to keep your work as neat and tidy as you can, because obviously it creates less filing. My cat wants to come in now. Okay, so brushing through, patting, making sure it's all nice and even and compact. Okay, so that's that one encapsulated. Okay, leave that one to dry. Obviously I'm doing some art on the top of these, so once they've finished drying I can show you. Right. For my next one I'm doing this one. It looks a bit mangled because I didn't leave it to dry properly when I first did it. Okay, I just need to get out some gold leafy stuff. Not the easiest of things to work with, a bit fiddly. Oh, that should be enough. I'm not as well organised tonight, sorry guys. Having puppies threw me off. See what I mean? Look, it sticks to you. Thing is, I've tried separating it with my brush and it just rolls up into a ball. Okay, that'll do. Oh look, nearly blew it all away. Oh, I can't close that. Right, so I'm going to do an ombre with acrylic to show you another way, another thing. I'm using Trilogy products, so I'm using Bubble Bath and Cinnamon Apple. Okie doke. Again, you'd put your clear base down first, and then I'm putting the lighter colour at the end. I always find the lighter colours look nicer on the end. Some of you might disagree, that didn't do very well. There we go. Again, putting it on thinly. Oh, I didn't get my sequins out. Do that in a sec. I can hear a fox screaming out there. Remembering to keep it thin. You're all very quiet tonight, apart from Dega. Right, so now I'm going to get my darker colour and overlap a bit. I find it helps with the blend. Doing it also very lightly. do with a bit more there. Okay. And then with the lighter one, I just want to do it very thinly. I get a little bit of the dark, so you're mixing it up basically to help create your blend.
Dega said Monday everyone is tired.
Yeah, tired all year round, all week really. But Monday nights are my day off. So that's the best night for me, because I work in the evenings the other nights. Okay, so I've created an ombre. Okay. And then I get my gold leaf. I've got a bit of bronze and gold. So the bronze bits I'm going to stick on the lighter colour. Sorry, got to move that out of the way. Oh. Okay, so this is all sticking to the wet acrylic, and then I'm using the gold on here. Okey-doke. Apart from the fact that it's a little fiddly, placing it is quite easy. Okay, I think I could do with just a little bit there. There's a gold bit there. Okay, so just to add another dimension, animal print seems to be a little in fashion at the moment. I've got these sequins, let me just get them. Not that one. I've got so many pots, it's unreal. Okay, so I've got these little sequins. And you see, they're like the black markings on the animals. Okay, so again, to add another bit of dimension, just going to put a bit of acrylic over the top in where I want it to go, because it's got dry. Pick it up and place it. Pick it up and place it. So I'm just wetting the surface again. Has anybody else got these little black sequin things? They're pretty cool, really. It's my first time, well, apart from the one I tried.
Dega says that's actually cool.
It is cool, Dega. So it's just showing, I just wanted to show people that you could use all different products to create different nails. What's the matter? He's taking the Michael again.
Dega needs to come sort him out.
She does indeed. That one don't want to get picked up.
They're a lot also quicker, aren't they, than drawing it on?
I don't know really. It can be a bit fiddly, but they're different. Your local Chinese or local salons won't be using these, that's for sure. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just put a couple of random ones in on their own. Because obviously animal print is random. Yeah. Anyone talking? I think that's okay. And again, I'm going to encapsulate this. Just move that over, my tissue's soggy. Oh look, they're floating in my monomer now. And then I can go back to the other ones and finish them off. So you've got coloured acrylic, you've got gold leaf, and you've got sequiny things. So, a right mixture. But it creates quite a nice looking nail. Your customers will go, wow. You could just do one feature now, for instance, and just paint the rest. Obviously my tips are really long. You wouldn't have to do them that long. Okay. Just making sure it's all nice and even. There's my brush there. Okay, take that one off and we'll go back to one of the others. Let's go back to my first one. Oh, that's stuck. And this is when you get to see the real shaking. Sorry about that, folks. Move tubs out of my way. Okay, so I'm going to be doing, see this silver, just to create a pan, but I'm going to use a bronze, and I'm using designer gel from Brillbird. Okay, and I'm just going to use a liner brush. Okay, normally you would buff and file and everything, but obviously this is just a tip just to show, so I'm not going to bother. Okay. Oh, sorry. So what I do is I try and outline it, but you're creating links. Okay, so there's no rhyme or reason how to do it correctly. But it just sort of highlights the shell bits. As I say, you could draw flower designs with them. So that it sort of looks a bit gemmified, if that's a word. And then I'm just going to put a little bit at the bottom. So it's like ribbons or chain or whatever you're going around it. Okay, and then I'm going to cure for 30 seconds. So just putting lids back on. I'm a sucker for knocking them everywhere. There's only 3 watching. Okay, so I've cured that, and now I'm going to top coat. Where's my top coat? You see? And as you all know, once you top coat, it's like magic. Okay, you see? So we take that off, put that in, and I'm just going to top coat this flower one so you can see what that looks like. Clear nails seem to be quite popular, so they look like glass. So again, using a really light iridescent glitter doesn't take away from the glass effect. You could jam pack the whole nail with flowers if you wanted. Okay, so we'll put that in the lamp as well. Okay, next one. Right, my green glitter ombre. So what I do to create a tacky surface, I use base coat for my foils. Just checking that is base coat. Yeah, that is base coat. You see, and you can see how well the ombre works, all blending in together. And so imagine if that was a set with the flowers, we've got the glass effect looking at the bottom. Similar but different, and it would make another nice nail. Okay, put that one in. Just waiting for them to cure. Right, foil, where's my foil? There it is. Just cut a bit of foil ready. So I'm using a bit of a rainbow foil that appears to be stuck together. There we go. Okie doke. A couple more seconds. Okay. Just take the other 2 out for me, please. Okay, so with the back of the foil, I'm just going to try and use different colours so it shows out more. So I'm going to use the pinks and the reds and stuff. Oh, I hate these. Hang on, it's tipped. Just what you need when you're doing a live. Okay. So then I'll stuck to it. Bit of top coat. And again, it just adds more dimension to the nail. You could use a completely contrasting colour foil. I've got a few ladies that like to really have a lot going on their nails. No, that one. Okay, and let me top coat this one so you can see what it looks like. You see, so I've ombreed the acrylic, and I've used the gold on top of the darker and the darker bronze leaf on top of the lighter colour as opposites to the ombre. Okie doke, so I think that's me done. We'll just wait until we've seen the finished ones. How was that for everybody? Did anybody learn anything tonight? Okay. Oh. No, I'm crap at this. There we go. That's the finished products. Variety of different products used. All encapsulating. So, yeah. So that's what I did tonight. If anyone's got any questions, by all means, message me. And I'll see you all next week. Obviously, if there's something anybody wants me to do, just shout and I'll just see if I can do it. Okay. See you next week. Bye.